Hey all, welcome back to the Fire and Water Cooking Channel. I'm Darren, of course, and today, hey, I'm going to review the new Kamado Joe basket for the rotisserie. This thing has just gone through a big redesign. They made it better, and it's actually does a couple different things. You can adjust this thing for a tumbler basket or a flat basket, and it's made really, really well. So we're going to take a look at this. We're going to unbox it, try it out. I got some wings we're going to do, and that's it. I'll be right back. We'll get this out of the box, take a look at it.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from fire and water.
All right, guys, so if you're not familiar with the Kamado Joe, it is right back there, that red beast ceramic grill, and a lot of people are familiar more with the big green egg because it's been around for a long time. But I've been a Kamado Joe follower since I really started getting serious about cooking outdoors about 8 or so years ago. And I really fell in love with the Kamado Joe brand because of all the innovation that they included in the grill itself and in the package. But they include a lot in the package when you buy this grill, but they also have some pretty unique and innovative accessories, and one of them being their Joetisserie. They were actually out with a rotisserie long before Big Green Egg ever. I don't even think Big Green Egg even has one out yet still. And a lot of people will buy the Joetisserie for their Big Green Eggs and use them in their Big Green Eggs because they can't get one made by Big Green Egg. They had a Joetisserie basket they came out with about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and it was actually pretty decent, and a lot of people bought it, but they really saw that it needed to have some improvements done to the design. So, and that's what they have now. So they came out and they said, hey, we had some design changes to this. It's going to make your life a little bit easier. So we want you to go ahead and try this out and do a video and show the people what the new Kamado Joe Joetisserie basket can do. And that's what I'm going to do. So as you can tell, I'm taking it out of the box right now. It's got your instructions, but like I said, this can be a tumbler basket. A lot of people use tumbler baskets for wings, and what was going on, a lot of times they were using other grill companies baskets, using it with the Joetisserie because they didn't have a basket. So Kamado Joe decided, hey, we might as well come out with our own rotisserie basket and try to make it better than what is on the market now. And this is the result in that. So the basket is actually, I'm pulling it all apart now. So it's the first time I'm actually looking at it in person, guys. So as you can tell, there's 2 parts to it, and we're going to go ahead and take this part out. This looks like it's part of a basket here, and what this does, from what I understand, is this is the flat part, so you can put salmon fillets, chicken breasts, even whole chicken in here, and it will actually, it's adjustable. Try to get this out of the bag. Keeps catching. Sometimes the packaging is more of a pain than it helps. All right, almost there. Keeps catching on these things. Okay, so if you see, this is a flat basket, and it's got little adjusters on it, so you can actually adjust it to go flatter or thicker. So I could put a whole spatchcock chicken in here, or a bunch of different chicken parts on the thicker side, and then I can actually make it go down tighter, and it will, I can put salmon fillets and that kind of stuff in it. Now also, then you can take these grates off, and then this part will go on to make a thicker basket, one on each side. So that's pretty cool, guys. So it's actually 2 baskets in one. You can actually make a flat basket for fish, seafood, and all that, and then a bigger, thicker basket for wings and other things you need to tumble in there, vegetables, all kinds of stuff. All right, we're gonna put this together, guys. I'll be right back and we'll get some of this trash out of the way. All right, also here are all the pieces right here, just so you can see them. Here are my two tumble basket pieces that go with this part. They kind of replace these and it'll make this a bigger cavity. You got your two poles here that will actually make it so that it works on the rotisserie. You got your parts that actually go into the rotisserie here. This is the basket holder. And what it's going to look like when it's done, let me find a picture for you and we'll put it together. But you see there's the round basket, or they call it a tumble basket, what that's going to look like with all the parts attached. And there's the flat basket, what that's going to look like with all those parts attached. So yeah, guys, so it comes with everything here. Everything's made out of solid stainless steel. None of this stuff's going to rust. All these parts are heavy duty, so I can't really see where we're going to have any kind of issues with this thing falling apart at all or rusting. Very, very well put together, very well built. So we're going to go ahead, get this put together, and we're going to do some wings and see how this thing works. All right, I'll be back, guys. All right, guys, so I got this thing all put together now. It's really easy. The instructions are like just that one page. So the screws are already incorporated into the brackets. So all you really got to do is take the screws off that hold these rotisserie bars in place and then reinstall it. And then the screws for the rods come off and then you put your brackets on. So it's really very easy. Now the baskets themselves, the either the flat basket or the tumbler basket, you just squeeze these two poles on each side, and then you can just put them in these slots and they lock into place. And that way you can also, it's got 3 levels on each side, so you can actually make it smaller or bigger by going up on these different levels. And like I said, they're pretty easy. You just take them off and you can exchange it for the flat sides as well. Real easy once you get it together. Like I said, these rods here, they go into these little brackets on the side of the basket. And then on this side, there's a little lever here that locks this one in place, so it keeps it locked in together. Now this also has a place in the middle of the basket. You can actually put a regular rotisserie spit right through the middle and then lock it down with these thumb screws on each side. So if you don't have the frame here for whatever reason, then you can actually use a regular spit if you wanted to on this. Don't know why you would, but you could if you needed to. Also, one of the things I want to let you know, it does come with the parts for the classic Kamado Joe, the Big Joe, and the Kettle Joe. The classic one, of course, are the smaller size rods, and then of course it gives you 2 larger size rods for both the Big Joe and the Kettle Joe. And it comes with the 2 Allen wrenches that you need for those screws and all that. So that's pretty much it, guys. There's nothing really else to it. We're going to stick it in the rotisserie. You know, you got one side that spins on the bracket and then one side that goes inside the motor for the rotisserie, and we're going to put our wings in here and we're going to spin them. So all right, I'll be back in a few minutes when we're getting our wings all ready to go to get them on the fire. All right, guys, I got my Kamado Joe Classic here filled about halfway. You don't want to go any more than that because you really don't need it. I'm going to go ahead and get the coals lit with my grill gun. Take probably about 5 minutes for it to be up to temperature and ready to cook. I'll be back. All right, guys, so my Kamado Joe's all fired up. I'm going to take the top off of my basket here. And one of the things I've heard or read that you're going to want to put some spray oil on your basket here so we don't have, it's just gonna make it easier for cleanup. And I'll probably put a little bit more on the wings anyway. So just make sure you use a little bit of spray oil. I'm gonna put the basket on a tray here because I'm gonna go ahead and put I'm using a kind of a blend of seasonings here. I got some Cajun seasoning with a little chili lime, a little garlic butter, and herb and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and dump that all right on our wings. And I got my wings all cut up into flats and drums. These were Costco party wings, so they come pre-cut. All you got to do is remove some of the feathers that they leave on there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all that rub incorporated into the wings. That's it, guys. We're going to get it on our Joetisserie, get these things cooking. I'll be right back. All right, guys, as you can see, the fire's ready to go. I'm just gonna go ahead and slide the bar right into place on the Joetisserie, and there it goes. It's ready to go. It's tumbling just like it's supposed to. Hopefully these things will be cooked up within an hour. I'll be back when they're ready to go. All right, guys, we're at about 45 to 50 minutes here. The temperature on the Kamado Joe is about 3¼ 350. So looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. We'll go ahead and take a test bite, see how they turned out. Well, there you have it, guys. Worked exactly the way it was supposed to. I'm gonna go ahead and get this top off. And take a look at these wings. Yeah, they just came out. They're pretty hot. But check it out. Got a good cook to them. Nice and juicy. They're not overcooked. They're not super crispy either, I can tell you that. But then again, I didn't really expect it to. I wanted a more smoky flavor. And check that out. All right, guys, well, let's get a taste of these. I'll let them cool for a minute. They're still kind of hot, but I got to get these things going because we're going to eat. So check that out. Good color. Cooked all the way through. Pull right off the bone. Now that's like right at an hour, guys. Awesome, can't beat it. Check out the Kamado Joetisserie basket. Next thing I'll probably cook is I'll do some fillets because they'll cook a lot quicker than these wings did for sure. And I'll let you know how well this thing cleans up. Like I said, I did spray it, so hopefully it doesn't take too long to get this thing cleaned up. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. I'll see you again in the next fire and water cooking video. Thanks again, guys.